Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the nuts and bolts, because what we're going to talk about is the fact that your gut can kill you. If you eat bad food, you're going to have bad gut health and you're going to have bad overall health. We all know that the food industry and the FDA work together. They line each other's pockets. A lot of times the food industry that's regulated by FDA has food industry members that are part of the FDA. So they tell us lies like sugar's good, just limit those sugary drinks. They tell us high fructose corn syrup's good because it helps farmers sell their corn and keeps them in business. No matter that the majority of it comes from industrial farms, which, believe me, need very little help selling their goods. They're the ones who have caused small farms all over the country to shut down. They tell us that meat and animal products are necessary and healthy, which might be true for the first few years of life, but after that, they're really not. They tell us that salt should be limited. Salt really is just a symptom of the underlying disease, which starts with what we put in our body and the health of our gut. And they tell us that our foods are safe and healthy when we all know that there's pesticides, herbicides, antibiotics, hormones, and it's filled with other toxic things. What are we looking at? Is this a big old conspiracy? Can our food really kill us? Is the FDA in on it? Is our medical system in on it? Well, it's not that simple. Actually, yes, our food is responsible for the majority of the diseases going on in the United States. It's not responsible for like accidents, unless you're eating in the car and you happen to hit the other person. Those kind of things it's not responsible for. So am I saying that the medical community is in on it? No, not necessarily. Doctors spend very little of their time in training learning about nutrition. They have to learn everything from how a cell functions to all the way up to how organ system functions. And once they're in practice, they're so busy, they can't take the time to keep up with all the research that's out there, especially research as it's just beginning. And so for them to keep up to date with everything is nearly impossible. They have lots of patients. They have more of a heavy load of patients all the time. They have to get them through them faster. Our medical system in the U.S. is one of the best in the world for traumas. It's awesome. But as far as preventing diseases, not so much. So we should realize by now that what we're eating is really having a negative effect on us. We can also look at other countries around the world who are adopting our diet of processed, sugary, fatty foods, and we can see that their health problems are turning into the same kind of health problems that we have in the U.S. So we know that that standard American diet, that STAD diet, it really isn't good for anyone. We also know Big Pharma has done a really great job in developing all kinds of pills and treatments and pieces of equipment that take care of symptoms. And they make huge bucks. They peddle lots of influence. And if you listen to the news any at all nowadays, you see stories all the time about how medications in the U.S. will cost you 5, 10, 15 times the amount that it's going to cost you in other countries. You can say that this is because the pharmacy companies are located here and they take all the risk, create all the drugs in the U.S., so they deserve all that money. Well, I say You're sending it out to other countries so you can spread the cost out. But that's neither here nor there. The fact is, what they're doing is they're just treating symptoms. They're not helping us fix the problems at all. So some of the problems, the biggest problem maybe, is the fact that we are addicted to sugar, and it's a perpetual cycle. You like sugar, you want to have soda, you want to have a candy bar, you eat it, your blood sugar goes up fast. And this is true of normal people as well as diabetics. So we know Americans and people who are eating the American diet get addicted to sugar. It's more available today than it ever has been in the history of humans. It really tastes good. So you eat a candy bar, easily available. You drink a soda, and immediately your blood sugar level spikes. Whether you're diabetic or not, this happens. And because it went up so fast, your body's like, whoa, we got to do something about this. So it releases chemicals to reduce that blood sugar. And because all of this is happening so quickly, the blood sugar falls too low. And then guess what happens? Your brain says, oh my gosh, we got to get that blood sugar up, because blood sugar levels, high and low, can kill you. So you get the craving to bring that blood sugar up, and the cycle starts all over again. Add to that the fact that we're kind of addicted to fat and salt, and we want to go from sugar to salt and sugar to salt, and we have that fat mixed in there. So it's a cycle. Is there a conspiracy out there in the medical community to keep us sick? No, I don't believe that there is. I believe that most doctors take that oath of medicine because they truly want to help people, and they truly do their best. And once they've found out that something isn't working, then they're going to try to get that message out to their patients. Now, whether their patients listen and are able to take that advice because, they're addicted, then that's another thing. But I think doctors truly are ethical and want to help us. I'm not saying that at all. The best thing that we can do is look to the natural world around us for the healthy things to put in our diet. Because as I've said before, you put healthy things in, you're going to get good health out. And if we don't, I've already gone through this list of things, but if we are eating that standard American diet, then there's obesity, there's autoimmune disorders, there's type 2 diabetes with all the problems, the plaque, the fatty liver disease, heart disease, kidney disease, and there's cancers. Colon cancer is directly related to what you've eaten, and breast cancer and prostate cancer, research is showing, is also related to the amount of saturated fats in our diets. And other cancers, because we have so much bad stuff in our food sources, there are lots of other cancers that's directly related to what we've eaten. So to wrap it all up, the standard American diet is killing us, but the good news is we can change it, and it changes our health quickly. See y'all later.